My thoughts on the Bikeriders, and should you go see it? Hi, thank you for tuning in to the Tom Patelson Show. Yeah, I saw the Bikeriders. I wanted to see this movie. I was excited to see this movie. I love the cast. I think Tom Hardy's amazing, and I like Austin Butler. I thought he was great as Elvis. So the Bikeriders is based on a book of the same name by photographer Danny Lyon, who from 1963 to 1967 rode with and photographed the Outlaws motorcycle gang. And the movie is based on his experience, but I believe the characters are loosely based on people. I think the rest is just created from the writer's mind. So it's the Vandals in the movie. They're called the Vandals. They are based out of Chicago, and the movie starts from 1965 and goes to 1973. The story is Kathy's story. Kathy's played by Jodie Comer, and it's her memoir of experiences with the club and watching the changes that she witnessed between 1965 and 1973. It is all done in flashback. So, the cast. Kathy's love interest is Benny, who is played by Austin Butler, who's a quiet, reserved, bipolar, passionate, mystery James Dean type character who lives for the moment and can't be bothered with something that might happen 3 minutes from now. That much in the moment. He's quite the enigma, and so is Johnny, who was played by Tom Hardy, who is tough-nosed and is the president of the Vandals Chicago chapter, or the original chapter of the Vandals. Rounding out the cast are Michael Shannon as the good-natured yet deranged Zipco, who has some of the best monologues in the movie. Michael Shannon, I think he's brilliant. Do you love him? I love him. Love Michael Shannon. And Norman Reedus, who plays Funny Sonny, who is a motorcycle. He's a gang member from a California gang who wants to hang out with the Vandals, so he does. He does not add a lot to the story, but it's Norman Reedus, so we like to watch for that. So we watch as the club changes from a no rules, we're just a group of guys who don't want to conform to society, who want to be free to ride their machines without being hassled by the man. Motorcycle club, to an organized, multi-chapter, countrywide organization fraught with extreme ritual, rules, and violence. It is the same arc as a lot of gangster movies. You see the rise and fall of a criminal organization and its eventual downfall. I've watched a lot of documentary movies and a lot of docuseries on motorcycles and on motorcycle clubs. I don't ride. I have never ridden. It scares me a little bit, to be perfectly honest, but it fascinates me. And it might be something I need to conquer before I shuffle off the mortal coil. It might be. But what I surmise and what's fascinating to me about those that ride is the same thing I see in surfers. When a surfer is on their board in the middle of the ocean, everything else goes away. They have peace. They have freedom and they have peace. And it's the same thing with a biker. When they're on their bike and they can feel the wind in their face and they can feel the road under their body, they feel freedom and they feel at peace. It's exactly the same feeling we had when they took the training wheels off the bicycle. You thought, I can go anywhere the pedals take me. I can go anywhere. I can go further than I've ever gone before. Now I've got this sense of freedom. I've got that sense of peace. I'll tell you a quick story about a couple I knew. When I bartended at this restaurant, and there's a biker couple used to come in, and they're the traditional looking biker couple with the hair and the leathers, and I'd ask them all kinds of questions about their bikes and about riding around the United States. I asked them all kinds of biker questions, and they said to me the following. They said, well, Tom, do you like to go to Vegas? And I love to go to Vegas. Are you kidding? He goes, right. So you take a plane to Vegas, and it's a 50-minute flight here from California, and so you land, and then you get into a taxi, you get your luggage, you go to the hotel, you wait to check in, then you check in, then you go up to your room, Then you put your stuff away, then you put on your Vegas outfit, whatever that is, whatever your Vegas outfit is, and your vacation starts the second you step out of the elevator and that cool breeze of air conditioning hits your face when you hit the casino floor. And I went, that's exactly when it happens. That is exactly when the vacation officially starts, because you get through all the stuff and all the rigmarole and all the hullabaloo, and it starts right then. And he said, right. Our vacation starts the second we sit down on the bike. The ride to Vegas is beautiful, if you're looking. Riding is a vacation. It's a part of the destination. It is part of the everything, and that stuck with me. I've read accounts of the beginnings of the motorcycle gang movement, and a lot of them have roots in ex-military. GIs came home from World War II or from the war in Korea and missed the sense of camaraderie, and someone's always got your back. And after fighting for survival every single day and every single night, the idea of working a 9-to-5 job to come home to a white picket fence and a house full of plastic furniture just left them disgusted. So they wanted to hit the road. All of these thoughts that I have are missing from the movie. They're missing from the Bikeriders because I don't know anything about the characters in it. Johnny, Benny, and Kathy, we don't really ever find out what makes them tick or why they behave the way that they do. We just know that they do, and we watch it. Because of that, there's no surprises and there's no expectations. There are movies where you get a little window into what's happening into someone's life, and then at the end, the window closes. There are movies like that where you don't get a lot about the characters, and this is one of them. The window closes. We don't know why they behave the way they do. Benny is a certain way. We have no idea why. Kathy does what she does. We have no idea why. Same thing with Johnny. The performances in the Bikeriders are top notch. I thought they were great. The cinematography is beautiful. I love the way it looks. I love it set in the time period. It looks perfect. And the feeling of motorcycle riding gives you that feeling of freedom that I was looking for. That's great. I think all of that comes through. I wasn't going to review this film, and I don't know if I have. It's getting bad reviews, and I wasn't blown away by it. I walked out of the theater, and that was that. Except I couldn't and can't stop thinking about the things that I just mentioned and my thoughts on riding motorcycles and the story and what peace and freedom means to me, which is not in the movie. There's lots of other things that happen in the movie that I'm skipping over, and I know that, but I'm telling you what the movie did for me. And the movie that I wasn't going to review made me go on this journey. Made me go on this journey, made me think. Didn't make me think about the movie, made me think about what the movie's about, what some of the movie's about. So maybe it's worth your time, and maybe your mind will wander on this subject. The Bikeriders. I didn't think it was a very good movie at the end of the day, except here I am talking about it, and I still can't stop thinking about it. So maybe you should check it out. That'll do it this week for my thoughts on the Bikeriders and the journey I went on. I hope you don't mind that this wasn't much of a review. This was just my thoughts and where it took me. It was unexpected. Sometimes movies have that effect on us. Sometimes they do. Like and subscribe if you like this content. Hit that notification bell so you know when my stuff drops. It drops on Sunday. Thanks for coming on this journey with me. We talk about the things that we love, things in pop culture, movies, TV, board games, you name it, all the nerds, all the time. Until I see you next time, as always, peace, love, live long and prosper. And I mean it. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to help support the show, go to the merch store and click on the link and get yourself some peace, love, live long and prosper hands on a hat, on a mug, on a t-shirt. Help support the show. I hope to see you there.